In this video, I am going to discuss about the oogenesis. Previous video, I have discussed about the spermatogenesis. Then move on to the oogenesis. Oogenesis means formation of female gametes from its germ cell. Important point is this process starts before the birth. That means in the intrauterine life. What happens in the intrauterine life? Yes, in the intrauterine life, at around around the fourth week of intrauterine life, what happens? The yolk sac wall has primitive germ cells. Let's draw the yolk sac here. This yolk sac wall has primitive germ cells. These will proliferate by mitosis and will migrate and reaches to the gonads. These primitive germ cells reaches into the gonads at around fourth week. What happens after it reaches to the gonads? See, normally, what are the primitive germ cells? That are primordial germ cells. Germ cells are primordial germ cells. The ploidy is 2n. Of course, 2n only, na? After the primordial germ, what happens? The primordial germ cells undergo mitosis to produce oogonia. This oogonia will again undergo mitosis. For suppose, this is the epithelial wall that is derived from the ovary, surface epithelial wall, this one. This has oogonia. The two oogonia will be there. After mitosis, 2 becomes 4. What happened here means the 3 oogonia cells that will degenerate, allowing only one to develop. What happens after some time? There will be only one cell inside this epithelium. This one cell and the surface epithelium is flat. The surface epithelium is flat, squamous epithelium. This cell is called the primary oocyte. This cell is called primary oocyte. After this, the primary oocyte undergo first meiotic division. Remember, the primary oocyte is undergoing first meiotic division. Here will be the meiotic division, meiosis. This meiosis arrested at the stage of prophase. This meiosis is arrested at the stage of prophase. This is the primary oocyte having the flat epithelial cell outside. This is arrested at the prophase. Normally, before the birth, we have 7 million germ cells. That means 7 million oogonias are there. During the process of making the primary oocyte, this is the primary oocyte now. During the process of making the primary oocyte, most of the cells are degenerated. That means 5 million cells are degenerated. Only 2 million cells are left here. Only 2 million cells are left. All these 2 million cells are primary oocytes only. All the oogonias are converted into primary oocyte. So, these 2 million cells are what? Yes, primary oocytes. Primary oocytes arrested at the stage of prophase. This is called the stage where this primary oocyte is arrested. This stage is called diplotin stage. What stage? Diplotin stage. This is in the intrauterine life. At birth, what happens at the birth? Only we have 2 million primary oocyte and there will be no oogonia. All the oogonias are converted now, so there will be no oogonias at birth. What happens at the puberty stage? In puberty, let's draw the surface ovary here. Assemble this an ovary. What happens here? We have the primary oocyte and surrounded by the flat epithelial cell. This primary oocyte is arrested at the diplotin stage. That diagram you have to draw here. Flat epithelial cells and the primary oocyte. At the age of puberty, these primary oocyte having primordial follicle. What is meant by primordial follicle? This outer covering is squamous epithelium. The oocyte which has having the squamous epithelium is called the primordial follicle. Primordial follicle has which oocyte? Yes, primary oocyte. This epithelium. This is primordial follicle. This primordial follicle develops like this. This is the primary oocyte and this one is epithelial cells. This squamous epithelial cell is converted to cuboidal epithelium. The squamous epithelium is converted to, yes, cuboidal epithelium. These are granulosa cells. All these are. There will be the cuboidal epithelium. This cuboidal epithelium having the primary oocyte. This cuboidal epithelium, this one is primary follicle. The primary follicle also has primary oocyte. After some time, there will be the primary oocyte. After we have the cuboidal cells, these cuboidal cells grows rapidly and these cells are called the granulosa cells. These cuboidal cells grows rapidly like this. These cuboidal cells secrete a glycoprotein. These cuboidal cells secretes a glycoprotein outside. This secretes a glycoprotein outside and inside. See here, this glycoprotein. All these glycoprotein are mixed and forms a layer which is called zona pellucida. I will draw the diagram again. This is the zona pellucida layer which is a secretion from the granulosa cells. This is the zona pellucida layer and here will be the granulosa cells. This is the meaning of this diagram. After, move on. See, we having the primary follicle, where the squamous cells are converted to columnar cells. These cells are called the granulosa cells. This primary follicle this primary follicle has which oocyte? Yes, primary oocyte. We have not entered into the we have entered into the meiosis, but we have not completed the meiosis. This also primary oocyte only. Draw the primary oocyte. After that, draw the zona pellucida. After, draw the granulosa cells. These granulosa cells grows rapidly. These granulosa cells grows rapidly. See here. And there will be fluid filled spaces appears inside these cells. There will be fluid filled spaces appears inside the cell. This space is called the antrum. The cells which are surrounding the granulosa cells which are surrounding these ovum, primary oocyte, these granulosa cells are called cumulus opharus. From the ovary, from the ovarian stroma, a connective tissue develops. A connective tissue layer develops outside. From the, what happens? From the ovarian stroma, a connective tissue is developing outside. This is called the theca folliculosa. Theca folliculosa. This is derived from the ovarian stroma. After some time, what happens means, we still have the primary oocyte. We still have the primary oocyte and zona pellucida, and we have the granulosa cells. And these granulosa cells are called cumulus oviparous. And these cells are present in the periphery because of the antrum women. After this connective tissue is thickened, and the outer layer is called the theca externa and the inner layer is called theca interna. This will be the theca interna and there will be the theca externa. This follicle is called the secondary follicle, which has theca externa, theca interna, cumulus oviparous cells, antrum cavity. All these structures are seen in the secondary follicle. This follicle is called secondary follicle having primary oocyte. This is a secondary follicle having primary oocyte. After some time, what happens? This primary oocyte is converted into secondary oocyte. What happens? The primary oocyte is converted to secondary oocyte. See here, we have to make the decoration, outer decoration, so that the primary oocyte to complete first meiotic division. First, remember, at the diplotin stage, make the decorations around this ovum, so that the ovum will be impressed and it will be active to complete the meiotic division. Remember like that. Here the oocyte is converted into, oocyte complete the first meiotic division. Then it will be a production of small body and another this one. This is the secondary oocyte having zona pellucida around that. I know first polar body will be thrown outside, and between the secondary oocyte and the zona pellucida, and there will be the granulosa cells and antrum cavity will be there. Theca externa and theca interna, all these are there. 3 hours before the ovulation, 3 hours before the ovulation, this secondary oocyte undergoes second meiotic division to form the tertiary oocyte. Second meiotic division. This secondary oocyte undergoes second meiotic division. But this second meiotic division is arrested at the stage of metaphase. But this second meiotic division is arrested at the stage of metaphase. Let's draw the diagram here. Same diagram will be there. There is no difference. But but after this, when the second meiotic division completes, means after the fertilization. When there is fertilization of, when there is ovulation, what happens during ovulation? The follicle remains like this, and the ovum and the surrounding granulosa cells will be hatched out, and this ovum and the granulosa cells, these granulosa cells rearrange from this ovum like this, and this called the corona radiata, and these will move into the uterus, ampulla. At the ampulo-isthmic junction, there will be fertilization occurs. In that, the sperm fuses with the ovum. Then the ovum gets activated. It completes its second meiotic division. And then fertilization. Then there will be the zygote formation. This is about the oogenesis. During our lifespan, only 40,000 ovums are only 40,000 ovums in our lifespan, only 400 ovums are ovulated. Only 400 oocytes are ovulated. Only 400. See here, 7 million germ cells which are present in the intrauterine life. In that, 2 million primary oocytes are present at the birth. In that 2 million, only 40 oocytes are ovulated. See the degeneration of these ovum oocytes. There will be 5 million degeneration. There will be more and more degenerations are there. This is about the oogenesis. Oogenesis, let's revise all the thing. Around the 4th week, the germ cells are migrated from the yolk sac into the gonads, and the germ cells are primordial germ cells. These primordial germ cells undergo mitosis to form oogonia. Here, the oogonia, the cells are degenerated, allowing only one cell to grow. This is called primary oocyte. Primary oocyte undergo first meiotic division and arrested at the stage of diploidine. Then these primary oocyte, at the age of puberty, the primary oocyte is surrounded by flat epithelial cells. These flat epithelial cells called the primordial follicle. The flat epithelial cells grows into columnar cells. This is called primary follicle having primary oocyte. These cells, granulosa cells, produce a glycoprotein secretions inside. These will make a layer called the zona pellucida. After that, their granulosa cells will grow more and more. Grow more and more, and inside that water cavity is there, that is called antrum, and the cells surrounding the primary oocyte are called cumulus ovaris, and there is the connective tissue outside this ovum is growing. This connective tissue thickened to form the two layers, theca externa and theca interna. This is called secondary follicle. Secondary follicle containing primary oocyte. After that, there will be meiotic division is activated. It released the prophase to complete the first meiotic division, and the secondary meiosis just 3 hours before the ovulation. Second meiotic division starts, and it only completes if the sperm is gets attached to the ovum. This is about the oogenesis.